Hello, we are the Villa and Mantas and we just love traveling. So finally we are trying to reach our 55th country, New Zealand, the furthest point of the world from where we are originally from. Crazy, but exciting. So let's go! We're heading to the airport today and the plan is very clear. Today we're going to the furthest part of the world possible from our home, New Zealand, and it's our holiday, so we will not be working for full 2 weeks. Instead of working, we will be traveling full time and enjoying the life of real travelers, not only working every single day. So today's plan is to find our route to New Zealand, take the car, and find our new home for the first night. And the day didn't start as we planned. We couldn't get an Uber to pick us up in the morning before flight. Every minute is super important and we just had to think out of the box. So decided to try public transport instead of a usual taxi. Running to the bus because we have a bus and then a tram, and if it all works, we will not be late too much.
Lucky for us, bus came on time, so we could still stay on schedule.
Bus stop on every possible red light in this city, so we are already late to the tram, but there is the next one in 10 minutes, so let's hope we will be on time for the next one. Otherwise we would probably be late to our flight. What's not something we would like, because then this video about New Zealand is not about New Zealand anymore. Okay, so the tram was way closer than expected and we managed to get here in 1 minute left, and that's the tram.
We are lucky today.
So that was our luckier moment today, and now already on our calm way to the airport. So I think we will manage. I don't know how much, how huge the Sydney airport is, but we will have an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. So it should be enough. It depends on the security lines usually and the passport lines, but fingers crossed that today we're reaching New Zealand. So we are already at the airport. It's 7:06. Our plane is leaving at 9:00. Mantas only slept 3 hours tonight, so he's a bit wobbly. We are on time. We already got our tickets and now just going to the gates, and if everything is all right, we're boarding the flight to New Zealand. We are already after all the customs, passport control and everything, and we are officially in our 55th country, New Zealand. So if you're new here, we are traveling to 100 countries and now we are of course in 55th. So please press the subscribe button if you want to follow our journey, and let's see what we have in New Zealand. Our initial plan was to take a van and travel around the country sleeping in a van. But a huge tip for you, if you're planning to take a van, just book it like very long time ago, because we tried 3 months before the trip and it was already sold out, and only the ones were still on the market were like super expensive. So we decided to take a car, and just this time we are traveling with the car. The next time, because we're planning to go to New Zealand the second time someday, the next time we will be taking the van. So today we're trying to find our rental place, so we already booked the car beforehand. The only thing we are worried about is that it's my first time driving on the other side of the road. We're usually driving on the other than in here, so it's gonna be interesting, a bit scary, but of course it's easier to drive a car than a van, so lucky me from this perspective. So yeah, so let's go and find our car. So we got a car, so they are actually overbooked, so we have no cars for anyone. So again, instead of a small car, we got this one. Woohoo!
So our new blue friend for this week.
So the first moments, it's kind of scary, like you need to think all the time which direction you're going, what you need to do, but not so bad, like so far, no, nothing scary.
Well, finally traffic jams are over and we are going with the wind.
Yeah, it's way easier when you're not like in a huge traffic jam in a huge city. So now it's like super relaxing and the views are starting, so it's nice.
Yeah, we are going to
Have a stop because we're super hungry, so we'll have a stop by the road and then to our first Airbnb for the night. There should be a farm in here.
yeah, because it's very popular to stay in farms here in New Zealand, and especially in North Island. Maybe it's also in the south. Our journey will be through the North Island.
If you are hungry, take the snacks and let's have a pit stop together.
So our first stop in New Zealand, McDonald's.
We are super original.
But it's a good place, you know, if you don't know where to go and you don't have too much time, because we're a little bit on schedule. We're trying to reach our next destination with sun. Bon appetit! And we are back after our short break.
And now only like a drive directly to our Airbnb. So again, we see all the hills and mountains, and now driving is like such a relaxing thing, really enjoyable, and the food break was really necessary because we were so hungry, and now we can enjoy.
Yep, so only 2 hours and we will reach our first Airbnb. Some lessons to learn about the gabarits of the car.
Trying our best.
We did it!
Woohoo!
You passed the exam!
Woohoo!
We heard so many things about Golden Hour in New Zealand, but we couldn't expect for it to be so beautiful. It was one of the best golden hours we have ever seen, and we truly believe it's because of the surroundings. Green hills, full of sheep and cows, which adds a ton for this majestic moment. This was a true reward after a challenging day we had today.
Sun is going down, but we are getting closer to our new home for this night. About 20 kilometers left for us. And let's see what we will find there.
So that's our Airbnb for the night. You can see we have a nice bed. We have a map, and we will definitely leave the mark here. You can see all the people from where they came. So we also want to mark that someone from Vilnius came to here. And then we have a small kitchenette. Yes, you see, they left all the nice things to eat, so it's very cute. Like, we even have some bread and milk. really thoughtful owners. And then we have the shower room. So far we already met the owners. We talked for like half an hour. They were super cute and super nice. Actually, the woman was from Estonia and we were from Lithuania, so we are basically neighbors, and it was nice to chat with them. We are in our room after the tour, and the weather outside is perfect. We can see the stars, and it's just so romantic and so nice. But sadly, it's too dark to show you the farm and what they grow here and what kind of animals you can find. So that's gonna be for tomorrow. We are doing the series of New Zealand, so stay tuned. And every time we upload the video, you will see the new day and our adventures. So stay with us.
And let's meet in the next video.